Alrighty, good evening. At least for me. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever everybody is. We are back with more of The Last Door Season 2, which we began last night after finishing up Season 1. Let's see, so where are we? At the end of Season 1, we were playing as Devitt, and at the end of that, we and Alexander crossed the veil and through the last door, a pretty Lovecraftian thing to the... Well, I don't know if the other side is accurate, but to some kind of beyond that is probably not fun. There's some kind of bird entity that we've been constantly warned about. And when we moved on to Season 2, we started following Wakefield, Dr. Wakefield, who is Devitt's psychologist, and we have been investigating the disappearance of our protagonist from Season 1. With the help of our friend, whose name is escaping me at this point. I think it was Johann something. He's, I think, like a professor, maybe. What I do know is that he is knowledgeable on the occult. When we picked up this game, we went to various locations, trying to locate Devitt, our patient. We have been unsuccessful in doing so. However, the plot has definitely thickened. We've learned a little more about Alexander, who helped Devitt cross the veil and through the last door, as well as some other associates, like Captain Skid, who we met in an opium den, which, of course, was exciting. Let us just continue on to episode 2. Yes, the adventure continues in episode 2. That we know. Okay. Previously on The Last Door. I guess I should just stop describing what we did last time, because these are actually better. Better summed up than me trying to remember anything, especially considering the game is kind of weird. Wakefield and Kaufman, there we go, Johann Kaufman is the occult guy. Alright, Wakefield and Kaufman followed the only clue they had on Devitt's location, the recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexander Dupre. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupre's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupre was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't quite pick that up in the last episode. They mentioned, various people mentioned a playwright throughout, but I guess I didn't pick up that it was an actual secret society. He learned that they practiced rituals with the goal of peering through the veil, the line that separates the common world from an outer void full of horrors. Oh yeah, and there was like a creepy guy who was like hooked up to this like 1800s machine, but then we like pulled the mask off of him and realized there wasn't, I guess, a body, like it was just a mask and like clothing or something. But that also kind of makes me wonder, like, would a human be hooked up to a weird 1800s machine? And why? Unless we're extracting vitae a la Amnesia: The Dark Descent. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of the Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufman followed her to her hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. And that is where we're picking up at. I must forget nothing. Alright, yeah, all these episodes have like a little intro piece that seems to always connect around to the end of that episode. So we're always doing something out of context. Everything must be set. When the time comes... and I am visited again. I guess we'll see what that was about at the end of this episode. For a moment, the sky was dark. We heard the calls of 1,000 birds, but another sound rose above them, a sound I cannot describe. I could describe that sound as a jump scare. What? What just happened here? Where is Miss Kone? We are too late. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she were trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. It is ashes. Chalk, a circle drawn hastily on the floor. I'm assuming some kind of circle of protection. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen. But she was wrong. I do not know what to make of all this. I do. Yes, enlighten us, Dr. Occult, please. Are you all right, Kaufman? It is nothing, mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, mein Freund, I think we should talk. In the light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jeremiah Devitt. You will have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to Devitt. Yes, I must know the big downfall of many a Lovecraftian protagonist. So be it then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in the terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark. A sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexander Dupre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. Miss Kone's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. Let's see, episode 2, My Dearest Visitor. Alright, we got Wickport, Wright Manor on the map. I doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. All right, let's... Mrs. Oakwood. She is the manor's housekeeper. And also Snow Lady, apparently. Yes? Who is it? Good morning, Mrs. Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman, bless my soul. It's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I am quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I am right sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. There's been a lot of ailments in these games thus far. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It has been a long time since I have seen him so excited. Wow, I mean, I can tell. I mean, this guy is just jumping in excitement to see us. Hey, hello, Nicola. It's snowing. Yeah, I wish we could have had some of that here. It's been another hot one. Yes, he is leaping from his bed in excitement, as we all are. Let's see. I will leave you two to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you are back. It is I, Professor Johann Kaufmann. Where is father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I am afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories, maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps, but we have a few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Ah, yes. Let us explore the manor. Have an adventure, I suppose. Collecting things into our inventory for possible puzzles, like the puzzle of unlocking the professor's memory. Meanwhile, I will try and talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. I feel like you're probably going to be doing something else once we're gone, so... remember those times we could almost get no sleep at all? Please, Professor, talk to me. Well, I'll try to talk to him. Professor Wright? Father, why must you spend so much time away? Father. Professor Wright's gaze remains fixed on the window as though he were waiting for someone. Perhaps whoever came after Mrs. Kone. The snow is falling outside, slow and silent. A large wardrobe of engraved wood. Okay, that seems to be about everything in here. Let's head on out into the hallway. What do we have here? An oil painting. It shows an obscure medieval scene. A painting of the ocean at the end of the afternoon. There is a figure in black on the beach, but its face is shrouded by a hood. Alright, alright, this door is locked. The sign on the door reads attic. Alright, I'm assuming we'll check out the attic later on. An engraving on paper. The script is from a language unknown to me. Got another painting here. An old stone tower depicted in the painting. Thorned vines have slithered across the entrance, forming a swarming blockade that almost seems to come alive when stared at for too long. Okay, this door is unlocked. Looks like we have ourselves a... what would be a good period phrase for this? A water closet? Latrine? Privy? I don't know. What place are we in? Is this the professor's house? Are we currently Danvers or the doctor? Yes, Nigel Danvers has made an appearance in this crossover. We are now playing The Last Crown. No, we're still Dr. Wakefield. Devitt's still missing. So this seems to be unless there's some change at some point in this season. It seems like we're just going to be playing the Doctor. The names are very, very similar. Devitt Danvers. Yeah. Yeah, and as well as the names of the games, the Lost Crown, the Last Door, the Lost Crown, the Last Door. Let's have a look in the mirror, as we are wont to do in video games. Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. A large porcelain tub, its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. A common radiator. All right, I guess we'll head on out. Nothing much in there. Actually, I know they sometimes like to hide things. Oh, yeah. What is this? A gilded pipe. It runs from the floor to the ceiling. Okay, so I wonder if that'll have something to do with the attic then. And always a disgusting bathroom. Hey, this isn't too bad for horror games, at least. It's certainly not filled with blood and gunk and rusty grating, like if it was Silent Hill or something. All right, it won't open. Okay, so we'll either need something to bash it open, or it's like locked on the other side and we'll have to get through some other way, I'm assuming. All right, let's head downstairs. A portrait of Professor Wright. His appearance was quite different back then, an imposing, inquisitive figure. An antique ceiling lamp. I guess, wouldn't that be like a chandelier? Let's see. An enormous painting showing a torrential river and the waves splashing on the banks. In the background, I can see an old church, apparently abandoned. Let's see. And it's certainly no devil comes through here. Bathroom, the worst ones. Can we steal the chandelier? Unfortunately not. Yet, at least. Well, yeah, that bathroom from Downfall was pretty gross, but we did make it a little better once we were able to send that dude in there to have a smoke. A porcelain jar containing some dried branches. I guess we can't take that. All right, let's check this little door over here. Looks like we got another hallway. Let's see, a gilded pipe. It runs from the room to the end of the corridor. It's the room upstairs. A sea landscape. This door is locked. A cast iron wood stove. We see the gilded pipe again. It runs from the ground to the corridor. A bread oven. Oh, fancy. I know it got quite popular at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, that people were staying home and learning how to bake their own bread. Sadly, they did not have their own 19th century bread oven. Various ingredients. None that we can take, I guess. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. The door is locked shut. A small sign reads, "Basement." If only we all had bread ovens. That is so true. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in the family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It is a truly terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. The ailment that runs in Professor Wright's family, do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak of those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he is a child again. With God's mercy, it is now gone so far that it torments him no longer. So probably like Alzheimer's. That's actually very sad, yeah. Alright, I will leave you to your work. Thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. A thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. This oak tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. We can head further out. The queen has removed her mask. There is an empty hole where her face should be. Oh boy, what is this, a Resident Evil puzzle? The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. Alright, yeah, looks like we got a little bit of a Resident Evil puzzle here. When the four remove their masks of lies, the path to the grave will be cleared. The sage has removed his mask. There is an empty hole where his face should be. A stiff tree almost seems like a statue itself. This statue portrays a peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. It doesn't seem like I can remove any masks of those that have them, so we'll have to come back to that puzzle later, obviously. I reckon Alzheimer's, yeah, it really seems like that. The memory loss is a big one. And then, yeah, you got the bedridden aspect. Also, thank you for disclosing all of his medical information to me without his permission. Yes, yes. Well, we are a doctor, so it's in strictest confidence. There's a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Let's move it. Oh boy, what the heck is this? Yeah, alright. I don't know what to do with that yet. A fierce lion, damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. Its head is missing. A fierce... yeah, same thing, I guess. Oh, that's just exiting back to the map. Alright, let's head on back in... oh! The main door is closed from the inside. Alright. Well, let's head around back. That's right, the front door, nobody answered it because she's outside here. Doing a little snow shoveling. It looks like a puzzle. That will be fun. Ha 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 ha. Always fun. Okay, alright, let's head back on through here. And... was this like the main door? Okay, good. Well, we have that unlocked at least. Alright, now let's check out the door on the right here. Lots of statues throughout this game have missing heads. Yeah, it seems to be perhaps a symptom of opening the last door. Professor Wright has an eclectic collection, from old adventure novels to treatises on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the Crown. Well, Professor, I think we might have to turn you in. A painting of the cliffs of this region. A tin soldier. It looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I have not heard of. And looks like... can we take that? Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in the room. Oh, it's like the first time we haven't found anything in the fireplace. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work, or some prehistoric era. Oh boy. Looks like we got another puzzle. Yay. We're supposed to be finding things to stimulate the professor's memory. However, we are finding more puzzles than anything else. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Let's find a good occult book to read by the fire. Oh no, yeah, this book written by Jonathan Boakes of the Lost Crown, making me read 52 pages. Oh, I hear something. It is locked. I can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. Oh, this guy's got a bird room. There was a lot of reading in that game. Yeah. Mr. Boakes kind of went a bit overboard there with that, but hey, what are you gonna do? I guess he liked his lore. Alright, let's head back upstairs, see if this tin soldier can make the professor remember stuff once more. Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that was returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? Professor, was it a whole bunch of birds that you have locked up in some room downstairs? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. Okay, so the globe puzzle? The Book of Travels. The Book of Travels? Yes, he will work it out, but it must not be too easy, no. But he will find the prize, I am sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Kaufman? Yeah, Kaufman, you doctor of the occult. What do you think is going on here? Something concealed, something precious. In his addled state, could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its grave importance, at least, would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has holed it away somewhere for this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue to be utterly useless while you do all the puzzles and complete the game. Or revive his memory through conversation, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's head back downstairs then, see if we can now perhaps find that Book of Travels on the bookshelf, and then figure out that puzzle with the globe. Any books of travel here? There is a large volume here, quite worn. It is an illustrated edition of the Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps that is the Book of Travels that Professor Wright mentioned. There is a mark on one of the pages. Alright, we began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north, in dear hope of reaching our home soon. Alright, I am going to take a picture of this on my phone, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Alright. Oh no, it's multiple things. Oh no. Alright. Get over here, camera. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the Great Khan. So the one of the factions in Fallout New Vegas. So we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Oh boy. Our sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. Oh. Sounds like me too, utterly useless whilst you complete the puzzles. I don't want to do this one. Alright, let's see here. Our sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the easternmost shores. Okay, we reached the easternmost shores. So this is the farthest landmass to the east. So 1. Okay. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. So we're going back. Let's see. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the Great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. Okay, so I did that anyways. We return back to the ocean. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Unless I missed a step and we're supposed to do this and then go to the south but not returning. South. Then we go out to sea. We land again. At last we arrived at the merciful side of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. So this would be the last one. Oh, well. Oh, it was nice to have that option there. I don't think I did that right. Let me try that again, actually. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to skip over that. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, okay. It seems I have triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment has opened in the globe. There is a sealed letter inside. It is simply addressed, "To my dear visitor. Kaufman needs to see this before it is opened." Alright, let's head back upstairs. Looks like this is the backtracking episode. Alright, here you go, Kaufman. Kaufman, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what is inside. Exactly. This is another part of an intricate riddle. But to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? I am increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he hid. Let's see. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. A riddle, and who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, mein Freund. There is only one way to answer that question. If we can find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve this mystery. We? Who is we? You've just been sitting here all day, completely unhelpful. The only thing you did was open this envelope. Oh, there I go, clicking outside of the game again. Alright. Alright, leave it to us. Okay. All right, well, let's head back downstairs, I suppose. I know we had a fireplace, and there's also an oven in the kitchen, so a couple of heat things, I suppose. Yep, a cast iron wood stove. Oh, an old teapot. We're now able to collect things in the kitchen. It is filled with cold water. Perhaps we should heat up this water, for it wants to be passionate as well. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes. He has long been an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month. Themed soirees, he called them. Oh, those were good times. It seems long ago now. I will leave you to your work. Thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. Alright, we got various ingredients still, and glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. However, this time there is a matchbox here, too. We'll go ahead. I may need these matches later on. Or perhaps right now. Can we heat up this water? Let's see. The water will cool soon. Okay, there was a thing about a reflection, so do we take that to the bathroom upstairs? All right, Wakefield, let's run here. All right, so okay. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot's steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. Yes, back to that mirror where we look distorted. See, you got it. You got it. We're gonna need you to now go on stream to solve some puzzles. Now, I need a break. Let's see, but also it's sort of insane you know how to work this stuff out. It's so complicated. What lies beneath is probably the basement or a grave. Yeah, my first thought was the grave puzzle, with the masks. But yeah, like, I guess the big thing with these and, like, their puzzles, at least with these kind of adventure games, is always look at everything and always pick up what you can. And if you do that, then, like, you know, it's kind of easy, like, with this first thing. Okay, you know, we had the heat of passion, like, oh, you know, there was, like, the stove. Then, like, oh, we were able to get the teapot and the matches, so that makes sense. The reflection, mirror upstairs. Yeah, like, if I didn't investigate all that, you know, everything I could prior, then I'd be running around, the teapot would cool off, I'd have to reheat it, and, oh, God. Let's see. Alright, let me read this again. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master. Meet his imposing gaze and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. Unless you're right and it's the basement. Because didn't one of the paintings that we looked at downstairs say something about, like, an imposing figure? The master of the house? The professor himself, maybe? Let me see. Yep, okay. Look upon your master. Meet not only his imposing gaze, but seek to understand what lies beneath. As I suspected, there is a small key taped to the back of the picture frame, and a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. The statue's eyes have something in it, and we'll find it when we take the mask off. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with that statue situation for sure. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. So the attic? Okay, so this, yeah, This might not be the basement key then. This might be the attic key. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. So the attic, maybe. I'm now remembering, especially because I just rewatched the series again recently, but that episode of Parks and Rec with where Ron Swanson like secretly being obsessed with that like scavenger hunt that he ended up being involved in. Let's see. Yep, attic. Okay. And then it talks about roots, so maybe that super old tree might come into it. Good call, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's probably a window over here on the left. Let's see. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. Some kind of round mechanism. Oh boy, another one of these, huh? An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there is a piece of equipment missing. Alright, so, like, this chapter is just, like, Puzzle House so far, which is fun. That's kind of neat. Would, even neater if we were, like, trapped in here and it was, like, an escape room kind of thing. Just random shelves with weird pipes on it. Didn't we just deal with that at the opium den? All those opium pipes hanging around. The answer yearns up to it from the very root of life and time itself. I should check if there is something hidden near that tree. All right. You knew the tree would come into it. See, you'd be very good at escape rooms too, perhaps. I don't know if I would be good at it, like an actual escape room. I have never actually done one. I've always wanted to. And I mean, I guess I could. They're like everywhere now. But I've just never done one. I think my big thing is more just like I would be stressed out because, you know, you have to do it with like a group of people and then feeling like, you know, I'm not doing good enough. It looks as though something has been... Excuse me. All right. It looks as though something has been concealed beneath the thick roots. Another note and a key bound together. I'll add this clue to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. Okay, so the bird room? Feather key, bird room? I can assure you I am not. I have done 2 and neither went well. It's very similar puzzle solving, and I think you have such a good grasp of puzzles, you'd be able to figure stuff out. I don't know, maybe. I think the stress of doing it live is a bit too much stress for me. At least, like, doing this, there's like a disconnect. If I was in a room and a lot of people were watching me, like live, see, I'll only be able to add my webcam for games that I do not have to solve puzzles in. Okay, bird room is now unlocked. Inside this cage, there is a bird with a black head and orange breast. The sign reads Purula Purula. Alright, let me look at this letter again. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. Oh, did I just find it then? Oh, yeah. I was just gonna click on everything first. A truth, yeah, There is a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this, a note. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror... Primal horror? Alright, inside this cage there is a crow with black and gray feathers. The sign reads Corvus Cornix. Let's see, we got a small bird with black and white wings and a feathered crest. Sign reads Pupa Epops. Blackbird with yellow beak. Sign reads Turdus Marula. Bird inside with gray breast and brown wings, Passer domesticus. Curious bird with long legs. The sign on the cage reads Porphyrio alini. Bird with a pale brown breast inside the cage. Sign reads Lucinia megarhinchos. Bird with red feathers on its head and breast. Erythicus rubecula. Through the glass, I see rolling hills covered in snow. Let's see, we have an embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it is written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. This room is so noisy. Let's see, in fairness, we did solve the first one. I did, but only because they gave us heavy hints. The second one was Asylum theme, which was dope, but it was 9 out of 10 difficulty, and none of us had done them before. And like we got to the end of the time, and they showed us what we needed to do to solve the rest of it, and like we weren't even halfway through. Oh man, yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, I think I'm divided on whether I'd want to be told what we had to do, or just not being told and like coming back to see if I could figure it out like a second time. Alright, the bird inside this cage has yellowish brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads Cardulus flavirostris. Okay, so we have the cloth. Let me just go outside of this room because I'm sure it would drive people watching this crazy. Okay. Let's see. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Outside there were those lion statues. Gnashing jaws, and it is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. Like the one with the head gone, so now they don't know? Its head is missing. Would you like the cloth over the head? No. What about this one? Okay. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. There is something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There is also a note in here. I'll add this clue to the letter. Okay, that only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror will you at last know the truth. Okay, so... could this be the last part of the riddle? Okay, so we activated some kind of secret door, I guess. So let's see. Any secret passages around? Nothing is open. Do we have to climb into the lion's head? Jump scare as the teeth close in on you. A secret passage has opened at the end of the corridor. Alright. We did it. This looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. But first, let me... Oh, I wanted to go through things. Stupid Wakefield. Experiments, 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there is a small key inside the folder. It's quite sharp. It may cut you. First of August, 1885. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. '20th of September, 1885. Now that we have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. 12th of November, 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Redacted, gone. Uh-oh. 15th of December, 1885. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments, almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. A sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had another working place, underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through to this underground tunnel. Wow, thank you, Johan, for being so helpful in leading us to the basement, where I assumed we should be going anyways, because the journal mentioned underground. He has been so unhelpful. Meanwhile, I will keep being useless. Or looking through these documents. There must be something more to that folder among this mess. Well, I'm going to look around too. A long series of folders with dates on them in complete disarray. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid attention to him. Okay, so this is like a 2D version of a statue puzzle I remember from the castle in Resident Evil 8 Village, in that Lady Domitresque's bloody blood room, blood pool room, where you had to like move the statues around. Like there was a plaque that said, "Oh, you know, it was all poetic with like, but like these people looked at these people who didn't look at these people, blah, blah, blah." So this seems to be the same kind of thing. So, okay, well-positioned man, he fell madly in love. So he will look at the lady. Oh, okay, so it's just... Alright. Okay, he just wants to look at the lady. She wants to look at the man. She's looking at her daughter, Mr. Bartley, but his wife never paid attention to him. Okay, so I think I need to somehow have the mother look at her, but okay, now I'm getting confused at who's this? Who's this? Okay, alright. A compartment has opened in the wall. And another one of these. Alright, I suppose sometime we'll figure out what is going on with those. Yeah, it looks like I just didn't have the right face. It was kind of hard to tell. Piles of papers of all kinds, discarded notes, letters, and receipts, all mixed up. Many folders, they have no distinctive tag on them. Some shredded paper, it appears to have been notes. Okay, so I guess that's everything up here. Alright, let's head down to the basement, shall we? See, another thing that old Johan, useless Johan, would never have solved that puzzle for us. Alright, let's head down into the basement. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. Okay, we need something to light the way. Do you have something to light the way? May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Oh, I guess not. Let's see. Oh, wait. Can I just light matches? I do have the matches still. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I like this. We're just setting up for some kind of jump scare. I have run out of matches. Oh shit. I guess... We'll just keep going. I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. It looks like a component of some sort of machine. Oh, like that weird machine? Maybe I can find out where to use it. That weird machine in the attic, maybe. A lever. Looks like a light source. A working lantern. Now I can get out of here safely. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. Alright. Thank goodness! A ladder! There's a ladder here the whole time. Keep going till we crash into something or someone. That is always the plan. Oh no, I don't want to go back down. Oh, get out of here. Alright. Now that we can see, let's see if there's anything we can steal. It is a mechanism of some sort, similar to the, yeah. Oh, is it like a door? A last door, perhaps? A door that is opened? And we're going to have to revisit all of these areas once we figure out what to do with that puzzle. This old furniture has been left here to rot. Alright, nothing else in the basement. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There is a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris? It sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I have made some progress on my own, mein Freund. What progress have you made? I think this could help us delucidate the next step in her search. Have a look. I mean, I was just going to play with some machine in the attic. Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. This must be Alexander he's talking to then. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance. Maybe that machine in the attic. But I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. Just come on, Alexander. What is this? The 1680s? Ugh. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. Alright, yeah, it's kind of sounding similar to how you extract vitae from humans in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. The primal fear that survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. Oh. Alright, I do like having, like I have, chat up in OBS on my second monitor, but I also have it open up, like, the Twitch dashboard, in the background of my windowed game, And when people send messages that are, for some reason, auto-blocked, I can still see it. I agree. Shut up. Why was that blocked? Twitch, come on. Oh, can I allow it? Okay, okay. I can allow those to go through. Okay. That, shut up with your inelegant suggestions, Alexander, was auto-blocked by Twitch for aggression. Nicola, you're being so aggressive. Wow, okay. I guess maybe if you were saying that to, like, somebody else in chat, but come on, we're all about aggression towards video game characters, especially people like Alexander who just want to be like, why would we need to do something fancy when we could just jab someone with a needle? Let's see. All right. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of irrational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Could this organization be the Playwrights? It may be, mein Freund. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room, I have been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. Oh. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? That entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. If we could find and use that device the professor mentions in his log, I believe we could shed some light on this matter. Okay, so I'm thinking perhaps the deal with the statues would lead us to another underground passage that would lead us down there. Maybe the machine in the attic will lead us or give us something to be able to do the statue thing. It might... It thinks I'm having a go with the streamer. Oh, wait. No, this way. The attic was this way. Alright, so we have this lever. We'll use this on the machine. I think it will work now. There we go. Little music. This sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must seek Kaufman at once. Again. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, But this means something important to us. It means there is another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, you useless bastard. And Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. Go north? I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall, to the east lies a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of a forest. Okay, so... Alright, this is kind of reminding me of old text games, like Zork, and other interactive fiction games. I know they actually still exist, where it's just like, it's just words that you're reading, and then you can type, you know, go west, go north, pick up whatever. So it's like an adventure game, but also you're just reading it like a book. Those are pretty cool. So, alright. Go west. I stand beside the shore, the water wets my shoes, and all around me lie the wrecks of ships. To the north, something floats in the water. To the east, I can see the edge of the forest. Something floating in the water. Perhaps it's that ghost kid from the Lost Crown, not the Last Crown. A body floats in the water. I will not look upon its face. Alright, so... let's try going south. I am on the beach. There is a huge rock here. Many birds circle in the sky overhead. To the north, I see the shore. To the west, there is a person. Oh, let's go west. As soon as I approach, the figure darts between the rocks as though it were frightened of me. Alright, go back. Alright, let's head back north. And then go back east to where we were before the waterfall. So to the east lies the tunnel. Let's go that way. Go to the tunnel. We're going. We're there. We never revisited that poor floating kid. No, we did not. Poor kid. I am in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. Let's go north. I am in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. It's a face. Yeah, who is Oscar? I guess whoever was playing the piano that we heard, who's trapped in the tunnel, the thing from the other side? I don't know. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Alright, this is an easy choice. Let's walk down the tunnel. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. No, you're going down the ladder. So I guess maybe Oscar is not whatever's down there then. Okay. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I have gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Going back is not an option, sunshine. Yeah, you see what you did? You see what your occultism did? Enough. We went too far, mein Freund. You are right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. Yeah, way to go, Kaufman. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you all right? Worry not, Wakefield. I am just feeling a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Oh, I guess I didn't need to add the cough. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? Let's see. The seaside. The sea was a recurring theme during the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere close to the coast. Alright, we had the underground tunnel. I believe that this underground tunnel has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. Throughout the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face. The floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. Yes, indeed, but I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. Professor Wright mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good. It was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can find this man, I am sure he will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay here and recover my strength. I did so much yesterday. Alright, we got the town square. We can't go back to the house, so I'm sure we'll go back eventually and probably solve the rest of those puzzles. Oscar, because he was such a grouch. Alright, what do we have here? The Fisherman's Lodge. This seems like a nice establishment. Let's head on in outside from the cold. I sense there will be a lot of going back and telling Hoffman what is going on. Oh no, just back and forth from the town. Like, I just talked to this gentleman at the lodge and he said one cryptic thing. Maybe you should go back. And then we just repeat that over and over and over again. An old poster of a local traditional sport. Good morning. Let me drink in peace. Are you a ship captain? Why, what's it to you? Does it look like a captain? Does I look like a captain? Your hat? Because of the hat you are wearing. Ha! A hat doesn't make a captain townie. You can buy a hat like this in any flea market in England. Because of your coarse skin, weathered by years of salt and wind. You met many folk in Wickport yet? It's common enough around these parts. Let me have my morning drinks in peace. That's right. Because of your hands, calloused by years of knotting rope and reeling in line. Any fisherman has hands like these? What about your 3 earrings? Because of the 3 earrings you are wearing. You have doubled the 3 capes, is that right? Indeed I have. Good Hope, Lewin, and Horn. Therefore I hold the right to stand before kings, and to piss against the wind. If it dies in the sea, these 3 rings will pay my wake. But no, that'll not happen now. Do you mean you'll not set sail again? I love the sea more than anything. It is my passion, my freedom in my life. But there are many things about him that we do not know. There are, far from the coast and the deep, dark things we are still unprepared to behold. Believe me, those things await deep down. Have you seen any of those things? No, but you may have heard 1 or 2 of the stories the fishermen tell about things seen out there. It is naught but tales for young'uns, more superstition for men too cowardly to face the dark. Any good seaman knows that in the strong wind a stretched rope can shake and sing. I myself have mistaken such keening for the wail of a child. But there was one time it was nothing of the sort. Then the sea howled. It was not thunder, not a strong wave clashing with my ship. No, it was like a voice. It spoke to me in a language I cannot describe, a sound muttered by a living something, a call unlike anything I had heard before. And I understood. Like the Megalodon. I'm also thinking of the investigation adventure-y game, The Return of the Obra Dinn, which I could never actually play on stream, but I did play by myself. That one is like you're like an insurance investigator in like the 1800s or 1700s. Like a long lost ship is found, and you have to investigate to kind of figure out what happened to all the dead people. And that one ended up having spoilers, I guess, like krakens and sea creatures and sirens and all kinds of weird stuff going on. That one I could never play on stream. Never would, because my God, it took me a while. That one was like you had to do some real deductive reasoning to do that. It was really cool to be able to do that in a game, but oof, it took a long time. An insurance investigator, LOL. That actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool. It's really indie, but it's still like you're moving around in like first person on the ship. It's all like in black and white. Like the art is really beautiful. The music that pops up is amazing. But yeah, it's all just kind of like you kind of relive like what happened to various people. And all that you're doing is everybody on the ship, you have to figure out what their name is and how they died. And it does not hold your hand or help you at all. It even did like a thing that was pretty good. Like, in a lot of games you could brute force it, but like you wouldn't know you got, like the name and the death correct just by itself. Like you had to get like 3 correct, and then it was like, all right, you got these 3. Very, very, very cool game. Very good. Very difficult though. All right. What did you understand? I understood there was no more freedom for me, that the sea now had other lords. And whoever they were, I did not know they would not share it. What happened then? As I navigated back to shore, I lost control of my ship in a great storm. The rocks of the cliffs did the rest. I do not know where the remains of my dear Augustine ended up. With the passing of years and tides, I looked for them once for many moons, but all I found was this bar and the bottom of an empty glass. I have never returned to the shore since. May she forgive me. Now leave me be. I will leave you alone to your thoughts. You have the gratitude of me and my whiskey. All that blathering worked up a right sore thirst. I googled it, and from the images, it looks cool. I like the art. Yeah, it's a very cool style. Yeah, it was by the guy who did another like acclaimed indie game called Papers, Please, where you're just like a person in, I guess, like a sort of Soviet kind of country at like a border crossing. And you're just, all you do is, like, you're checking the papers of people who want to come into your country. and you have to, decide who you allow and who you deny entry to. And like it gets to the point where like there's people so desperate to get in, but you have to figure out if they're lying or not. There might be terrorists, trying to come in, and you're also you want to like take the time with each people, but you also on the other hand have to be really fast because you only make more money the more you do in one day. And you have a family back home that needs money for food and stuff. So it's like this really dark and depressing look at like life in that kind of, time and area of the world. He likes people to be doing seemingly menial jobs. Yeah, it is. It's it's like the paper games, I guess. But he does a really good job at it. I was definitely more into the Oberdin game, just because I like the mystery aspect of like figuring out what happened to the ship was really cool. Can you accept bribes? Yeah, you can. People will offer bribes. Let's see, old pictures of the village's inhabitants. The wheel taken from the helm of a ship, perhaps a trinket from the owner's days as a ship's helmsman. The lady is dressed rather elegantly for someone who came to drink in a place like this. Well, look at you, la-di-da, Dr. Wakefield. These two fishermen have just given me a suspicious look. Perhaps you should give them a stern word. Oh, a stern? Isn't that like a ship word? Stern, a stern, something like that? Yeah, stern of a ship. I made a terrible joke and then had to explain it and then Google it. Good morning. You want to drink? What is with that man in the corner? Fred? You can ignore him. He's a sad, lonely drunk. Do you know a man called Oscar? You mean Father Oscar? You can find him in the church when he's not in here. It's right outside. Have you met Professor Wright? The professor? Sure. Saw him every other day as a young'un, always involved in the village. He was la-di-da, all right, but folk respected him. He got stuck in. Didn't last, though. Shut himself away, started getting visitors from out of town. He stopped coming to the village eventually. Last I heard, he'd gone crazy. None of us knows for sure, though. Been years since I saw him. I will leave you to your work. Godspeed. All right, bottles of rum, dark beer, and a couple taps of pale ale. All right, let's head out and see if we can find the church. I closed my Google search for the, what the stern was. I think it said the front of the ship. Oh boy. It's something. Well, we could have given him an update on how the professor is doing. Well, doctor-patient confidentiality. Oh. The window is closed shut. Someone doesn't like us walking through here. Snow all but covers the window. Evidently, no one has been here to clear it in a very long time. it is too frosted over to see inside. Oh, okay. Is this the church? This is the door of the Church of Wickport. It is closed. It is still closed. Alright, looks like we got a boat here. An old rotting boat rests on the shore. The name Providence is written on the side. The old ship is completely wrecked. An old rusty bronze bell, typical of a seafaring vessel. It is engraved with the name Augustine. Okay, that's the ship of that pirate captain. Not really a pirate, but, you know. Someone may be able to tell me more about it. Guess we could go back to the bar. Since the church is apparently closed. Some abandoned wooden planks. Perhaps they were here for the repair of local fishing boats. I guess we don't need to take those. Alright, let's head out of here. Oh, okay, this is open. Oh, come on, I wanted to talk to you. Probably can't ring the bell for the window guy. Yeah. Didn't think so. Alright, well, let's try heading back into the bar and see if our captain friend likes to see his bell again. Why that bell is from Augustine. My Augustine, where on earth did you find it? I found it on the beach near the shipwreck. I thought I would never see it again. I will clean it and make it shine anew. Wickport Beach, our beach. Why I must go straight away. Oh, to be reunited with my poor Augustine. What will remain of her? No, no, I dare not go. Oh, but I must. Good day to you, sir. Ah, yes. The, age-old, being torn between the glass of whiskey and doing anything else, right? Huh. And the church is still locked up. Neither the cracks in your hull nor your flaking paint, none of it matters. You are beautiful as ever, Augustine. Today we will watch the sun set together. Good sir, I cannot put into words what a great service you have rendered this drunken knave. Just as you, a stranger, have brought me to my lost treasure, may this old sailor's spyglass, in whatever way it can, help light the way to yours. Take it. It is a gift from the heart. Hey, alright. Our captain friend's a solid dude. Alright, can we use, like, the spyglass to look at the person in the window? Let's see. No, we can't, huh? Unless we can sneak up on the window. Like this? Oh, okay, we can do that. Excuse me, are you spying on me? I am sorry, I did not mean to. You are not from these parts, are you? No, I am just passing through. Are you alright? Yes. Could you do me a favor? For a long time I have waited to visit the tomb of my lover, but I cannot leave the house due to my illness. Could you please leave these flowers there? No one in this village will do this service for me. Well, perhaps if you didn't slam the window shut every time someone walked by, maybe they would. Alright, well, it's a video game, we'll do it. Alright, where is that place? Oh, you could not know how grateful I am. You are a good, kind person. You can go to the graveyard through that path right there. The name you need to look for is Carter. Alright, graveyard. I guess, well, why were you spying on me? Oh, do not put it like that. It sounds so terrible. I just watch folk passing by. I cannot leave the house, so I spend my days at the window. It is awful interesting. You learn a lot about people this way, you know. Really, what can you tell me about myself? I have only observed you for a while, but I can tell you are an important mission looking for someone dear. There is a worry over your shoulders and a long way ahead of you. Well, that was remarkable. I am frankly astonished. Let me see, what can you tell me about the barmaid? Eva is a woman with a strong character. Once I saw her kick out a group of drunk sailors from the pub without a doubt. She is in a bad mood lately because business is not what it used to be. She will not leave the village, though, as did the others. Let me see, what can you tell me about Captain Morville? Poor Fred is always drunk. In the old times, when he was not sailing, he had long walks on the beach and looked happy. But now, rare is the occasion when he gives a quick glance at the coast. He has lost all hope. What can you tell me about Father Oscar? He is a man who has lost his purpose. I see him walking aimlessly in the morning and evening, nervous and doubtful. I should go. Thanks for everything and have a good day. I don't know you at all, but could you please do me a huge favor? Yep. Video games. Although, I gotta say, on my own, outside of stream, I did start playing Cyberpunk 2077. And I am really enjoying it. I know it was a huge buggy mess when it first came out, but it seems to be pretty fixed now. And I am loving that I have a character, and we're living in Crime City, and we get to do seedy crime things, and also, you know, cyber tech stuff in our bodies, and hacking, and rifling through people's stuff. And, you know, you can shoot people or, you know, sneak around if you want. I do tend to be a little more sneaky. But that game is a lot of fun so far, I'm finding. Like doing seedy crime things. Alright, let's see if we can head to that graveyard. That sounds fun. Yeah, it's a blast so far. I'm really enjoying it. I know Keanu Reeves plays a character in that game. I've heard he's very hateable in the game for a very long time, and then I guess he becomes likable for people. But I guess I'm not surprised seeing it now, since everybody I've been meeting is some kind of cyber criminal. So crime without consequences. That's right. And if I get caught sneaking around, good thing I got my weapons on me. Don't need to reload, just blast, blast, blast. I'm alive. Well, I don't need to reload as long as I don't die, of course, but I can reload if I do die. Alright, let's see if we can find this Carter. Agent Carter. Captain Carter. Rose Carter, 1840 to 1885. Bury my body with the salted driftwood, with the green seaweeds and the worn-out ropes, where I can feel the cold autumn breeze. Gerald Belly, 1810 to 1875. Farewell to those of you that walk beside my grave. Here I lie. My name written on stone under the sun. Mary Jane Bennett, 1861 to 1890. Do not bring flowers to this place, for rum is all I crave. Now I rest under the same stairs I sailed by when alive. Daniel Aberton, 1798 to 1842. I wonder if these are like, you know, aside from the Carter one. But who knows? Maybe also including that one. Who knows? Usually, like Kickstarted games would have like a certain tier. If you donated, you could get something put in the game. And I know others did like gravestone tiers where you could like write something for a gravestone to be put into the game. Maybe that's this. There is no name, date, or epitaph on this gravestone. Just want to take a look, just in case there's some kind of other hidden Carter grave. We got some kind of weird leaning tree here. A windswept old gnarly tree is clinging onto the cliff with what roots remain. Someday it will fall into the ocean below. That would be a good idea to incorporate your donators. Yeah, that always seems to be a good way for them to get money. Usually, it's a thing that I avoid in games because, like, some games, especially ones that end up being more popular or that allow like a lot of donators for that level, end up getting through, and it's just like, oh my god, there's just like a million of them. Like I remember Thimbleweed Park was a adventure game from like a couple years back that also had that, and it was like you had like 800 billion like phone numbers in this phone book, and you could like call them, and there were like messages that they would record, and, you know, none of them were actually funny for that comedy game. Good morning, I am Dr. Wakefield. You come from the town, don't you? You needn't answer, I know by your accent. Be careful around these cliffs, there is no place for tourists. It's hardly a place for anyone now. The man snorts. You best be on your way back, strange things have been happening here. What do you mean? Seamen and fishermen alike swear to have heard voices in the rising tide. Inhuman screams, some of them say. And there are some who claim to have witnessed ungodly things in the dead of night. I once saw a ghastly thing crawling out there amongst the rocks. People have heard screams coming from the sea. Bloody drunks. They say the sea howls at them as if that was something new. That thing, the one you saw on the rocks, can you tell me more about it? Late night it was, me on my boat fishing. That's when I gets the best catch. Then I saw it, not under the water, as the others say. It was on a rock, perched there, like it was smelling for something. The shape of it, like nothing I ever saw before, not walking on the earth nor swimming in the sea. The thing was big and hunched over like a crouching man. The way it moved, it made my flesh crawl. Whatever it was, the mist itself was its ally, hiding it from my bare eyes, and in the end disappearing away together. I swear, should I see that horror again, I will take my most vicious harpoon and thrust it so deep into its wretched body that they will have to bury them together. So, yeah, this monster or whatever, I'm assuming it's the thing in the tunnel that somehow got out or whatever. So what are you doing up here? I come here when I can to watch the shore just in case that thing comes back. The mist down there is just too thick. I can see better from here, even if my eyes are not what they used to be. Damn it. If I could somehow regain my once sharp eyesight again, by God, I would impale that abomination for sure. Alright. I suppose we'll head back. We'll put the flowers on the Carter grave. And I guess talk to that lady in the window again. Let's see, it was this one, Rose Carter. The bells of the church, it seems the priest is calling mass. Alright, let's see if we can talk to her first. I have left the flowers on your lover's grave as you asked. Thank you so much. I am in your debt. Alright, have a good day. Let's go to church. The window has been boarded up. A confessional, so Wickport serves a Catholic congregation. Alright, we got the dude here. A humble altar made of unadorned marble. This neglected and decaying cross reflects the faith of the villagers all too well. Good morning. Good morning, my son. Father, why has nobody come to Mass? The village has seen bleak times. Many have left, and the rest have lost their faith. Every day I ring the bells, but no one answers. May God have mercy on their souls. Why do you suppose that is? I could not say. The mist that shrouds this coast and the shapes that swirl within have long been a source of hearsay, but lately the stories people tell are not of pirates and smugglers, but something more sinister. Some say the devil himself has come to our shore. It is a rumor I dare not disregard. Are you personally acquainted with Professor Wright? Why, yes, of course. Adam is not merely a parishioner, but one of my closest friends. Since our youth, we enjoyed many scholarly but sometimes quite fervent discussions. He being an anthropologist and myself a theologian, that is, until he fell ill. But since he is like that, I have not visited him. I must go, Father. Wait a moment, please. I need to ask a small favor. Oh, here we go again. Please give this to Adam. I don't know if it'll mean anything to him now, but it will bring peace to my soul if there is some token of our friendship resting by his side. Alright, let's see what we got here. A picture of two young men. They could be Professor Wright and Father Oscar. Alright, let's head on over there without Johann. Everyone just be asking for favors left, right, and center. All while Johann just continues to sleep. Completely be unhelpful. Oh, they locked the front door back up. I know I just kept it wide open in the winter here, but come on. You had to figure I was coming back. This door is wide open. Alright, it's dark up here. We have our lantern out. That's definitely different. Okay. So, yeah, it was this door, right? The door is locked with a key. Where could the professor be? It's locked. Oh, have I don't think I've been in this room before. A cage covered with an embroidered cloth. The end of a phrase is written on it. A visitor will call. Uh-oh, is that us? Are we a visitor? There is no bird inside. Let's see, a simple wooden wardrobe. There is nothing of interest here. There is a closed chest here. Let's open it. There is a key inside. All right. A yellow key. All right. I hope this is for the professor's bedroom. Just in case. No, not that door. Might as well try them unlocked doors as we pass by. Hopefully. Hopefully, yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Professor Wright is not here. Let's see, a large wardrobe of engraved wood. Yes. Professor Wright's dressing gown and slippers. It's still snowing outside. Oh boy, Professor. You better not be running around outside all naked or anything. There is an open book on the floor. The Book of Birds. It is a compilation of legends related to birds. Some of the text has been marked. The birds were traveling to meet their king when they reached a crossroads. The wretched crow tried to lead them astray and onto the path of mists. Many birds followed him and were lost forever beyond that veil. Only the wisdom of the crested hoopoe, hey, that bird returns, and the prudence of the red-feathered robin could lead the remaining 28 back onto the path of righteousness. Ever since the birds have sung their praise, for without the hoopoe and the robin, silence would have fallen forever. Okay. Okay, all that I'm thinking then is bird room. Let's go to bird room since we got the bird book. In the attic, there's that puzzle with pics of birds on it. Maybe the book will help solve that. Maybe if there's those bird puzzles like all around the house. I don't wanna have to figure that out. Oh boy. Okay, all right. Okay, only the wisdom of the crested hoopoe and the prudence of the red-feathered robin. Okay, like, I don't know the Latin names. Crested. Inside the cage there's a small bird with a black and white rings and a feathered crest. So is this the hoopoe? The bird inside grows suddenly quiet. Okay, and red. Let's see, that's yellow beak. Gray breast, brown wings. Long legs. Pale brown breast. Yellowish brown feathers. A bird with red feathers. Okay. Robin? The bird inside grows suddenly quiet. All the birds have suddenly stopped their chittering. It sounds as if there is someone at the door. All right, let's see who that is. Oh. The door has been opened. I guess we'll just walk towards it. The silence is bliss. I know, right? Okay, well, someone came inside. Alright. Maybe... Oh. Oh, God! Mr. Wright! Well, first, let's look around. A few books on classical theater. There's a thin layer of dust on the coat rack, but not on the coat. A cheerful scene that would have lifted my heart on any other day. It stands in stark contrast to the tragedy that has befallen this house. They're definitely going to think we killed him. Not us. We're a fancy doctor. It had to be someone else, clearly. An old wardrobe. The window is open. A cold wind blows into the room. All right, let's take a look. The poor man. It looks as if his heart gave out on him. His eyes. My God. They are fixed with an expression of utmost terror. Let me see. His fists are clenched. He is holding on to something. It is some kind of stone figurine. He is holding it tightly as if he was protecting it from someone. The figurine is beautifully carved, but it appears to be but one half of a larger artifact. All right, a fragment of a stone sculpture. This is serious. I must break the news to Kaufman. And of course, the local authorities will have to be informed. Yeah, I know. I don't want to bother either. Kaufman, what is the matter? Kaufman? Do not worry, I have given him a mild sedative. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Armitage. The innkeeper called me because he was worried about your friend. Pleased to meet you. I am Dr. Wakefield. What are Kaufman's symptoms? Strong coughing, general feebleness, dizziness. It is too soon yet for a diagnosis. It could be a simple cold, but the sudden onset and severity of his symptoms is certainly a concern. He must be monitored for the next few hours at least. Do not worry, Dr. Wakefield. I will remain here and take care of your friend. Kaufman is asleep. He breathes heavily and looks very pale. Oh, I like this one. An ugly painting. Maybe that's the face of one of the statues. Some of them said there were holes where their face would be. Yeah, that's where I think I'm going to go next. Get thee back to the inn to tell our lazy mate. Oh, what is this bullshit? I should respect Kaufman's privacy. We've respected no one else's privacy. And also, Kaufman is completely out. He would never know. Alright, fine. Let's head on out. Go back to the manor here, and let's see if any of these statues have some kind of missing head situation. Okay, statue portrays a queen with her face hidden behind a mask. Clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. Central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. The sage has removed his mask. There's an empty hole where his face should be, so no. And the rest of these have faces. Okay, I guess I can't use them on that. Were there any statues at the graveyard in town? I don't remember. Oh, wait, its head is missing. I don't think this is a lion head, though. Yeah. Alright, let's check the graveyard here. Or any of these statues. Okay, well, there has to be something with this blank gravestone. What am I missing? Let's see if the other actual bedroom is open again. Looks like it is. Alright. I probably... Well, no. Oh, wait. Let's go back to the graveyard. Looking at my inventory, I'm thinking, what if we give the telescope thing to the guy so he can see far off onto the cliffs for no reason? I mean, he is looking for something. I still want to know what is up with this gravestone, though. Was there anything in the secret passageway that might be missing a fragment? I can't remember what was down there. Yeah, I think all that was down there might have been one of those many bird puzzle things. Let's see, do you want this? Okay, good. Here, would this help you watch the shore? Why, it is old to be sure, but this telescope has been patched up to a rare beauty. You have my thanks, stranger. I am indebted. Oh, what is that? On the cliff there. Well, blow me. But if it isn't the Wright's old summer house, I thought it entirely destroyed. It looks like you can get there using the old cliff path. Excuse me, did you say the Wright's summer house? Well, yes, I never saw it myself. I was too young at the time, but everyone round here knows the story well. It was a terrible tragedy, you see. One night, there was a landslide just beneath the house. Most of the building fell sheer into the sea, leaving only yonder ruins. Many died, though by a miracle, young Master Wright was spared. You can see it from here. Look, right there on the other side of the beach. Do you see it? Yes, I do. All right. Let's see. Hmm. These rocks look like the remains of a landslide. The roots of this venerable tree tightly grip the rocks that anchor it against the harsh winds. Landslide could be the rock waterfall mentioned or referred to in the hypnosis. Yeah, that's true. Good call. An empty wardrobe. Its wood is rotted from long exposure to the sea air. The landscape shows the house as it was before the landslide ruined it. The foundations of the house are heavily damaged. I must proceed with utmost care. It could collapse at any time. There is a peculiar indentation in the stone. Okay, we just have a fragment. We need to find the other one. Yes, the bad part about me playing a game like this for the first time is when I get confused and don't know what to do. Um... Alright, so it said there's something in this middle statue. Maybe that is the other fragment of this thing. And now I'm wondering if they're connected to those, like, bird and symbol puzzles. Which is extremely annoying. There has been absolutely nothing to shout that out or anything. Okay, so this one we have like archway and like a rook on a chessboard, castle kind of thing. Oh, how did we get to the basement? No. I'm going to do something here. Hold on one second. I am just gonna look this up. I definitely don't want to spend like another hour plus and then still not be able to get this. Like, nothing those statues said have anything to do with these symbols, if they are connected. Because I am pretty sure there were 4 of these and then 4 of the statues surrounding the middle one. Yeah, we haven't had anything to give us clues about these puzzles, I don't think. I haven't seen these puzzles anywhere. Yeah, me either. Wow. Yeah, this one really annoys me. Alright, I'm just gonna look up a walkthrough for this puzzle right here. Let's see, the lost door, the last door, season 2. Can I do the last door season 2 bullshit puzzle? Oh, funny. The first thing that came up for the Last Door Season 2 bullshit puzzle was actually the globe one. I guess that was the first kind of bullshit puzzle. um. Oh, okay. The third one down, though, is this one. All right. Very good. Very good. Um, Yeah, and anyone playing through this game, just look up the name of the game and bullshit puzzle. All right, so this one would be, if this is a door kind of open. Looks like the one outside I got right. I left it on the archway. Okay, so secret study, top floor, and then the attic. Yeah, the symbols have definitely not appeared in the game. And they have nothing to do with, oh, this statue's wearing a mask or has a hole. Like, there's a kind of puzzle that people have called, like, moon logic puzzles, which go back to classic 90s adventure games, where the puzzles are often like inventory puzzles that kind of make no sense. They're absolutely just insane leaps of logic to what you can do. And I know back then, a lot of people, a lot of people never cared for those. But I ended up not minding them too much because I played a lot of those when I was a kid. And eventually figuring them out, like, it would make me feel good, and, dumb kid logic, whatever. This is, like, beyond that. This is just mean. Every puzzle seems a leap of logic for me. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, let's see the attic. We want a bird with 2 diagonal circles. Okay, there we go. All right, and then secret study. Okay. This one we want kind of like a maze. Yes. So did we do it? Usually we'd hear like, oh, a mechanism went off. Oh boy. All right, let's slowly walk back outside. So remember last game, it was like, oh yeah, we could just blast through like 3 episodes and, well, yeah, I guess like what we did like the first 3 episodes in one night, and then what we did like the last episode and then the first episode of this. Boy, yeah, these episodes are a lot longer. Oh, did something fall out? The central statue has shifted its position, and the clay vessel has fallen to the ground. The clay vessel held by the statue is now broken into many pieces. There is an object among them. It must have been hidden inside. It looks like a compass. It must be broken, since it does not point north. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do with a compass? A strange device. It cannot be a compass because it does not point north, but to seemingly random directions. Okay, alright, it moved up a little bit from just being pointed. Okay. Alright, down and to the left. Am I supposed to go, like, elsewhere? That was down. Graveyard. Do you want me to go? I'm obsessed with this blank gravestone. Oh, wait. You want me to go to the blank gravestone? The gravestone that I clicked on 50 million times. Did I really need this dumb compass to trigger something with this gravestone? The compass points to this grave? Really? There is something buried here. An engraved stone. It seems to be only one half of a larger statuette. Joined together, the two pieces form an intricately carved figurine or idol. It is ancient without a doubt. Alright, let's go back to the summer house. Oh my god, it's the North Pole. Oh, for F's sake, that is madness. No human would be able to work that out and get to this point. Yeah, seriously, that... Like, all I could figure with that puzzle, with, like, the symbols, is just trial and error. Like... Wow. That annoys me. I do not like that. You know, I have been actually really liking this game. I hope that is the last puzzle like that. Because I don't want to end up not liking this game. Yes. Peculiar indentation in the stone. Let's see if we can put this in. It has triggered some secret mechanism, and there is a passage behind the fireplace. It seems to lead into the cliff. Alright, let's head on in. This must be the entrance to the underground tunnel. I must go on. Alright, well, we have to be getting close to the end of this chapter. There's a note on the floor. Whatever you find down here, do not stop. Okay. Do not stop. Well, I don't know if I want to find anything down here. Maybe they were trying to go with something like maybe he designed that puzzle when he had was really bad with Alzheimer's, and so it doesn't make sense. But come on, you can't do that for a puzzle game. That's just mean. You know, for the player. I'd say that's extremely disrespectful of, like, you know, the time of the people playing this game. All right, doesn't seem like anything else in here. Let's head through this passageway. Did the walkthrough thing you looked up explain any rationale or just tell you what to do? I'm looking at it again. While almost nothing in the game has communicated it to you, each of the 4 statues' masks is controlled by 4 panels in various rooms in and around the house. Let me see if I can find a legitimate, like, walkthrough that isn't just bullshit puzzle. Season 2... Oh, I like this guy who comments, "Oh, you just set all the spinning things in the manner to their open version." What? Like, there was the one that was like an archway, like, I guess that's open, and then the one that's kind of like a doorway, that was kind of open. Like, the maze? Was that open? All right, I let me just go back to the game. Let me just go back to the game. One of them was a maze. I know exactly. Oh boy, it looks like we got 2 passageways here. All right, let's try this one. Oh no, are we in like a maze? It is some viscous substance. It could be some kind of fungus, or maybe the decomposed remains of an animal. There is a wide pit in the middle of the chamber. It descends deep into the dark. I think I hear the sound of the sea far below. Okay, we can't head further in there, so I guess we'll just head back in here and then go through this tunnel. Okay, and we're just like back out here. Alright, we're in like a water room. Oh man, I am so... after that puzzle, I am so not in the mood for a maze. A cave maze. This part of the cave is blocked by a cave-in. Okay, so I guess we've reached the house. So... oh, what do we have here? There are human remains. The flesh is gone, but the bones look undisturbed. How long have they lain here? Why on earth did Professor Wright not alert the authorities? I must press on. What possible research could have led to this? Yeah, I hear the distant piano. Professor Wright is a serial killer. Yeah, why didn't he go to the authorities when he was clearly doing illegal crime research? Okay, at least this is a new area. Uh-oh. Someone did not like us listening to their beautiful music. There was a strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. There is a grand piano placed in the middle of the room. This is clearly safe to be doing by ourselves, I think. Alright, two passages. Let's try this one. Oh, what do we have? Another maze of passages. The drawing represents a human figure stepping through some sort of archway or door. Could this be a last door? Yeah, Kaufman needs to get his shit together. He should have been working on that ridiculous puzzle for us. Let's see, another strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. Okay, doorway over there. Doorway over there. Let's try the one on the right here. A small passage goes into the brick wall. It is too thin to pass through. go further in there, so I guess we'll head back out into this other area and then go through the doorway on the left. We need to find a small child to send through. Yes, like the small children in A Machine for Pigs that were sent into the pipes to be burned up. You know, sent in there to clean them, and then it was like an infinite loop of sending children in who then got burned up into goop, and then they had to send more children in to clean up the goop, and then they got burned up into goop. It's, Alright, let's try this area. What is this place? Well, thank God it's something new that isn't just a maze of doorways or cave entrances. A strange machine. It does not seem to be working anymore. There is a note on the floor. Who was gone will be back, not the same, but somehow changed. Because that which lurks beyond the door waits, and no one that has crossed through can hope to escape its blessing. I must tell Kaufman about all of this. But first, we got some other things to look at. These clothes are torn down to unrecognizable shreds. There is a tag in here with two initials, H.A. 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 What was the doctor's name that is looking over our friend? Wasn't his last name an A name? There is a large archway carved on the stone wall of the cave. I didn't take note of the doctor's name, yeah. Me either. What was that? Oh, I hear something. I don't know if I want to click. I don't know if I want to click. If I don't click, whatever it is, it's trapped and can't move towards me. Oh well. Alright, here we go. Let's look. Part of the wall's stones seem to have dislodged from it, leaving behind a large, dark hole. Ooh! The adventure continues in episode 3. Oh, is that like a Shoggoth or something? Oh my god, what was that thing? Like a weird giant spider monster. I thought we died. Oh, that was definitely a Lovecraftian creature of some sort. I don't know if that's going to be like a Shoggoth or what. That's cool. I like that. Finally, like a season and a half in, we're seeing Lovecraftian monsters. Even though you can't even die in this game. I almost died during that puzzle in real life. All right. Let me take a look at something here. Oh, yeah. Like 3 hours and 18 minutes to do episode 2. I think I am probably going to call it there. Seems like a good place to do so instead of just getting in the middle of an episode. Especially when I stream again tomorrow, we'll have the previously on to help us remember things. I will try to remember that when I start streaming instead of trying to recap what little I do remember. On the bright side, the game should keep you going until you get new internet. Oh, yeah. I just got a notification from them. So, like, I was supposed to get it. They were supposed to do the underground bury of the wires within like a week to a week and a half. And that was when they were out this past Wednesday. And now it's supposed to be done by Thursday, July 7th. So that's like a week and a half and a day from now. So I don't know if I can stretch this game out that long. But I think just in case they are able to, you know, they say within that time period, maybe they'll be able to get out here earlier. That would be nice. But I do have a game lined up for after this. I'll just go ahead and say what it is. I have no need to keep it a secret. We're going to get a little more colorful. Where it's going to be a brighter. It is a game I have played before. However, they released a new version of it with supposedly some extra stuff in it. Doki Doki Literature Club. I've been meaning to replay that since that new version came out. Like, what was it, last year? And basically, that game is done like one of those awful sounding. I would never play them and never have, but it's done like those anime dating sim kind of games where you're like a dude in like a Japanese high school and all the ladies, they totally want to date you. However, it's actually a horror game. Yes, it has a big twist, which I guess spoilers, but it's a thing everybody knows. Maybe not so much the actual twists, you know, what it means as a horror game, but it is very good. I think it's very good, and it'll be fun to make fun of the anime dating sim tropes. And then it'll be fun getting to when it gets really dark. Bright and colorful sounds fun. Yes, at least until it's not. But it'll be fun. There'll be plenty of moments for me to use my sound effects again. There have been a lot less chances in this game to do that. As well as coming up, I'm going to have to see if I can come up with some other lady voices for the various characters. I might have some more in mind because I have played it before and I know their personalities. We also get to write poetry because while it is a Doki Doki Literature Club and we're in a literature club where we also just select words to write poems or something. I hope we kill incels. Oh, no. Blocked for bullying. But yeah, that one will definitely be fun. Definitely fun for the first half, and then it'll definitely get interesting after that. When it turns all horror and gets really, really weird. Um, but that is not going to be happening next time, probably, considering that these episodes are taking like over 3 hours. So we got episode 3 next, and then 4, and we'll be all finished with The Last Door. I just Googled it and looked at the images and was like, wow, this does not seem your usual cup of tea. But given it has a horror twist, I get it. Yeah, it's definitely not anything like I would play normally. I have played like a couple other like visual novels that kind of have like an anime art style, but those have also been more specifically horror and like horror from like the beginning. But yeah, like those like dating sim things, I'm definitely not into. But when it came out, it was kind of known. Oh my god, you had to play this because there is a great twist to it. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing that once we complete this game. I can't wait to write poetry. Yeah, and we get to read their poetry too. And that is also good. I think some of the poems are definitely interesting. Some of them are actually pretty funny. So that'll be something to look forward to. But yeah, for now, I think that'll be the end of the stream for tonight. We are halfway through Last Door Season 2. I still overall like this game. I don't know if I quite love it like I did before because of that puzzle. But that's okay. We were able to look up a walkthrough for it, which is fine. Oh, there's going to be a lot of laughs. Oh, yeah, there will be. Yeah, once we figure out the last door, of course. Yeah, and I'm hoping there aren't any more puzzles like that one. I'll give them that one. Any more like that? Like there can be difficult puzzles, but there has to be a logic to them. There has to be some kind of clue, or else it's probably going to lower the rating in my mind. But it was nice seeing the Lovecraftian monster at the very end, though. So yes, that is it for today. I'll probably be back tomorrow around the same time to continue on with episode 3. So yes, until then, thank you, Nicola, for hanging out today, and anybody else who may have popped in or out, or maybe watching this in the future. All right, until next time, have a good night.